Welcome to one more installment of the Jones College of Business Tech Tips. In this week's, we have a very cool tech tip for Microsoft PowerPoint. Basically, this tech tip is oriented to improve the readability of your PowerPoint presentation, and it uses some features of PowerPoint. One is the draw feature that you can ink, and the Lasso function that converts whatever you ink to either text or a mathematical equation or to a shape. So we're going to see some examples of how this works. The first one is some text. So in here we have some text that we use the ink feature to annotate your PowerPoint. Now remember, you can use your mouse, but if you have a touch screen and you might have a tablet with a pen, you can probably do a very good text example there. So I type this using the ink feature, and I'm gonna click in this feature under draw. You're gonna click in Lasso. When you click in Lasso, you highlight the word that you want to convert, and notice how it highlights the word, and then you just click in ink to text and it converts that word automatically. So I'm still in Lasso, so I'm gonna go right here. Notice that the lasso is still selected, and I'm gonna select this other word, distribution, and select into text again. It converts the word. Now I have another text in here. Some are in capital, some are in mixed case. I'm gonna highlight in this case the entire text and select into text. And notice what it does. It tries to keep the capitalization and the proper caps. Now, there are other examples, and this is when you want to write some expressions, mathematical equations in there. In this case, we have this expression right here, 3b plus x2 equals square of a squared minus y. So what I'm going to do is, notice that Lasso is already selected. I ink this expression, and then I'm just going to use the Lasso to highlight that and select the feature that says ink to math. And as you can see, it automatically does it. Now, granted, it's not 100% accurate. So if you have a very complex expression, and according to how the ink feature, how good are you inking your text with that feature, it might not translate correctly, but it's a starting point. Now, look at this other function. This is very important here. I am with Lasso. Notice that we have an expression right here, equal, and the word beta right here. Now, what I want to do in this case, and this is a tip for you, is that if you have these cases, you actually have to highlight first the math component and say ink to math. It does it. Now that that is done, I want to go back here. I'm going to uncheck Lasso and move this a little bit toward the right there. And now I'm going to select again Lasso. Notice that it's selected, and select the word beta, and just do one component at a time. Ink to text this time, because this is not an equation, and it does it. As you can see, it works reliable. Again, it's not for very complex mathematical operations, but it will give you a starting point. Now, finally, this is very reliable. Actually, the ink to shape is I select this feature right here and select ink to shape. If I go right here to the triangle and the circle, etc., I noted that you have to lasso the entire shape. Right there, it identifies the shape, select, and actually it does a very straight triangle. The circle is not closed, but it will work if you lasso it. It recognizes as a circle. When I say ink to shape, it will do a correct circle. Now these are the standard shapes. Now we have two additional shapes that are not so standard, so I'm going to select first this rhombo feature, ink to shape, and it recognizes very good. So the next one is this pentagon right here, ink to shape, and we'll also recognize it. So that's the feature that I want to show you today, this ink feature that allows you to transform the content of your ink in PowerPoint to either text, shapes, or mathematical expressions. Thank you very much. This concludes this presentation.